4/10 he leads. I'm not happy with that gap. Come on. Look at this. So what's going on, guys? Bucks here, and welcome back to another episode, and actually the season finale of our MotoGP 2021 modded career mode. And you know, last 2 races to go, and we're P2 in the championship with Valentino Rossi, just 3 points off of Oliveira, leading on that KTM, that factory Red Bull KTM, of course, in 2021. Marquez P3, he is 12 points off of Oliveira, so 9 points back from us. And it's a 3-way fight, unless Marquez falls out of the 25-point bracket that he needs to stay in, or all of us need to stay in heading into the final round. Constructors wise, Yamaha lead, which is us, and that is pretty good, pretty healthy lead, so all being well we can take the Constructors Championship. But the Team Championship is very tight, and it's us versus Suzuki. Suzuki aren't in the Riders Championship, as you can see, but because Mir and Rins have been the most consistent riders, you know, they're right in the fight. So we're there with our teammate Morbidelli, and then Marquez is also there with his teammate Paul Espargaro. So I've done qualifying. Let's head into the Malaysian Grand Prix. So then we're gonna be, wow, bit of a gamble maybe. Well, not really. Paul Espargaro, I'm talking about tyres. Lots of hard front and rear combinations, lots of medium front and rear combinations. So a good mixture. Who is it going to play out for? Well, you know, let's see how our medium front and rear go. There are also obviously quite a few people with hard front and rear, so it's going to be a race of tyres. Can we make it work for Valentino Rossi and the Petronas Yamaha team? Well, let's see. Lights are about to go out then. Get the engine to maximum power mode. Take a look to the right hand side. Look at Mir. He's doing this for Suzuki, of course, in the Riders Championship. And look at Oliveira side by side. Ho, Marquez trying to get it up the inside. What a start. It's electric here at Malaysia. And Marquez takes an early lead in this race, and he needs to do just that if he wants to try and, you know, stay in the championship fight, and, you know, he needs to get back on top. So a win to his name here will do him very, very well. I don't know where Oliveira has gone to. He was with us, and then he sort of fell back a little bit. Where is he? He's back there with Vinales and Pole. So this could be, you know, this race here could play a huge role in the World Riders Championship. Of course, we're sitting pretty in P3. We've got a lead in the championship over Marquez. So if Marquez finishes first and we get a podium, you know, we're still going to be very much in the fight. But Oliveira, he needs to find a few positions. I've got pressure from Morbidelli, our teammate, behind. I've got plenty of fuel on board to be able to push onwards if I need to. A little bit deep there. Taking it a bit cautious. Messing up my gearings as well around there, but we'll be fine. So then, I can't see Oliveira. I need to focus on the guys ahead. So Mir trying to obviously keep Suzuki in the championship fight in terms of the team rankings, but Morbidelli up the inside at the final corner then. He just came rocketing up, didn't he? Just came absolutely rocketing into that final corner, so he's not taking it easy on us, getting up the inside there. I don't know why he was so early on the brakes. Well, he closes back in, doesn't he? Let's see if we can close down Mir. You know, let's get ourselves in P2. Marquez looking pretty comfortable in first place, but I don't want to give him an opportunity heading into Valencia. He's good at Valencia. Rossi, you know, he can traditionally struggle at Valencia. It's a very tough track to overtake. But, yeah, let's see if we can pick off Mir. Morbidelli seems to... Oh! Huge crash. Morbidelli hitting the deck. You know, Morbidelli's crash could really affect the team championship, especially, you know. Suzuki running P2. I don't know where Rins is, but with a whole rider out, we're going to potentially lose out on a lot of points here. Paul Espargaro right behind us. Look at my rear tyre though, it's really taken a beating. I think a medium front and hard rear would have been the best combination, but let's see. I can hopefully manage the rear tyre and sort of the throttle application. I can always put on more traction control if I need to, but We'll see as Mir running a bit deep there in the final corner. I'm going to start using a bit of power mode 2 as we start lap number 3 now. While we've still got some decent sort of tyre performance, I want to be closing these down. Oliveira P7. Oh, I got distracted with the stack on the left and I've outbraked myself like a fool. Not what I want. Into turn 2. But we're closing down Mir. We're putting on the pressure now. Come on, Valet. We could take the lead in the championship here, even if Marc Marquez wins, because, you know, Oliveira's back in P7. When he needs to put in a performance, he's not quite able to. I'm going to go power mode 2 because, you know, I smell blood. We're going to be all over the back of Mir. Where can we get him? Got to look after that rear tyre, but through the air. So, as you see, just asking for the power. Very tricky to find any sort of grip out of that medium rear tyre at this stage in the race. It's just too hot, too squidgy, and it's really starting to wear on that right hand side. So, you know, I do need to try and make a move while I've got some sort of performance. Luca Marini hitting the deck on the VR46 bike there. Not what Valet will want, but more important to focus on this 10th World Championship at stake. Round turn 11. The AI are strong on the brakes into that final corner, so watch out for it. Oh, we've made a little bit of contact there. Stewards, they won't be happy with us for doing that. Round turn 14. Oh, come on, find the traction. It's difficult. The Suzuki getting a much better acceleration out of there. Power mode 2 all the way on the brakes to the final corner. Lots of stoppy in there. Dropping it down to first gear, then blast out the final corner. Shifting up to second. And then we find our stride as we hit the straight. 2 minute flat from Marquez. That's 3/10 quicker than us. On the brakes, nice and late into turn number 1 again. We've got this lap and the next lap, so I really need to get a move on. See if we can get past the Suzuki over Mir. Come on, come on M1. Listen to it scream, but listen to that. That Suzuki trying to hang on. Being stopped behind Mir, it's sort of costing us a bit of time. Look at pole for HRC. A last-ditch attempt to get back in the Constructors and the Team Championship. I don't know if they'll be able to do it, but let's see. Pole, he's putting in a shift and a half today. Let's go for some power mode 2. I don't know where I'm going to be able to get Mir. There isn't anywhere glaringly obvious though where we're quicker than him. He's much better at the slow corners, so he's really pulling away. Whoa, on the grass, come on, get back to the tarmac. Oh, that mistake has cost us a shot at P2, I think. But more importantly now, we've got to stay on the bike and bring it home on the podium if possible, because Pole, you know, he's looking pretty feisty. I don't know if Mir's struggling. Seemed to be closing him down pretty quickly. But I had no grip around that corner. Oh, I can hear a Honda up the inside. Whoa, contact with Pole. I was trying to cut it back to the inside and oh dear. Where's Oliveira? Marquez 59.6. That was an awful lap from us. Obviously we made that mistake and that's really thrown us. Oh, come on. Oh, ho, ho. Giving Pole a nudge. I can't have that overtake. It's run wide here into turn 2. We've got to get back. Oh, I just narrowly missed it, didn't I? Too late on the brakes through there. So, power mode 2, this is the final lap. This is our last opportunity to get back on the podium. And that mistake really has cost us. But into turn 4 now. Oh, did you see the wheel spin? I should have left it into second gear through there. Come on. Look at this M1 just trying to hold on to the tarmac. It can't. And Pole Espargaro, what a shift he's put in here. Round turn 7. It's the right hand side of the rear tyre. Our medium tyres aren't lasting us very long. I think Pole had the mediums as well. but he seems to be making his last a bit better than us. But for me, oh, Oliveira's getting past Vinales. Look, out there again, there's no grip on the right hand side. Oh, can you see that? There's absolutely nothing left. The right hand side of the rear tyres had it. I thought it was going down there just through pure lack of grip. Through turn 13, I have no confidence in the bike now, not what you need, but last few corners to go. Oliveira's battling it with Vinales. Vinales getting back ahead, I think. Yes, there you go. Oh, it's Fabio Quartararo, not Vinales. I'm getting all out of... I don't know, Oliveira's going backwards now. But anyway, let's just get across the line. P4 while I can. Oh, that was an awful end to the race. Look at this lap time. 2 minute 1.2 without the mistake. That was just pure lack of grip on that last lap. I needed a hard rear tyre, but... oh, that is going to lead to an interesting Riders' Championship. Oliveira down in P8. So then, I didn't expect the Riders' Championship to look like this. Marquez leads. I didn't think that. I really didn't think that. I thought we would be in the lead. So that's throwing a spanner in the works. But it's Marquez has done everything he needed to head into Valencia and throw Oliveira and ourselves off. So it's a three-way fight heading into the final race, which is now. So got to get ourselves ready. Can Valle get that 10th title? So then there are 5 minutes to go in qualifying 2. I scraped through in Q2 by half a tenth. It was pretty close. Ourselves and Zarco, I think it was. So Morbidelli currently sat on pole by 6 thousandths over Oliveira, 18 thousandths over Marc Marquez. So let's see if we can join them on the front row. It's going to be a tough old ask, but let's just give it our best shot. Look at that, marginally in the lead so far, but we've still got a little way to go. Halfway through our opening lap in Q2, a couple of minutes left, so I've only got this lap and the next lap if I want to get on the front row or even pole position. Let's see, let's ride on board for the last little part, shall we? Going to be coming through the next sector split. Oh, we're underneath of Morbidelli. Come on, Valle, pole position to end the season. A little bit deep there, that might cost us. Over turn 13, look at that rear tyre. The rear of this M1 just bouncing around. Oh, we're wide into 14. And blast for the line. That was a poor final corner. That could have cost us a 10th. What is it? Oh, it cost us a 10th. Can't we go again? Have we got the tyres? The rear's looking pretty hot, but let's see, shall we? First sector, we're underneath. Come on, Valle, for pole position, currently sat on the second row. That isn't where we want to be starting a championship fight. We've got Vinales to aim at, though. Second sector split. What's it going to be? Coming through. Oh, we're still a 10th underneath of Morbidelli. Come on. It was the final sector which cost us. That final corner, in fact, cost us pole, I think, for now. But let's see. Let's bring this lap home. 3 tenths under in the third sector. Come on, Valle. Building on this. Can we take a fairly dominant... Whoa, look at the M1. It's this final 13 heading down the hill into turn 14. Come on, don't fall. Pick up a distant toe from Vinales. That's a much better final corner. What's it going to be? Can we beat a 29.4? Yes, we can. 29.1 effectively. Brilliant stuff. Really had to put a shift in and I ran out of fuel. I ran out of fuel. He's only gone and ran out of fuel. Well done, Valle. Well done. So we've pushed Marquez back to the second row, but he's still going to be lightning quick off the line. So let's head down to the grid. Let's see. Can we do it? We've managed to take pole position. In terms of tyres, I'm going to go soft front and medium rear. Let's see if that pays off for us. Full tank of fuel. And let's go racing. We've got a teammate lining up next to us. Exact same tyres as Oliveira. Marquez has a medium front. Let's see if that pays off for him. It's going to be interesting. So Marquez leads by 3 points. And then that's to us. And then 5 points back from Marquez is Oliveira, so anyone can win it. Let's see if we can do it. But that man there on the far right, there he is, Oliveira. He's going to be the danger man. I think he's really going to get a good start if anyone is. And oh, come on, Valet. Oh, Marquez. Look at that start from Marquez. Heading into turn number 1. Oliveira's behind. Wow, look at this start. Oh, bit of a stoppy there. I need to get ahead of Mark. If Mark goes, then we can wave goodbye to the title. And Marquez will have completely tilted the championship on its head in this episode. Coming from 12 points back before Malaysia to then winning. That would be crazy, but come on, let's stick with him. A huge kick from the M1 there. Can Oliveira hold on? Obviously, he's the least experienced out of these two in terms of championship battles and races and that sort of thing, so that might play a role. But Marquez is going. I'm going to have to use everything I've got. I'm going to have to put it in power mode 2 now. I can't afford to let him go. I'm going to have to get my head down and shut up for a little bit, I think. I've got a proper shift to put in here. This isn't for fun. This is serious, man. Come on. Oh, this is going to be the best you've seen me ride. Down into the final corner. Stand the bike up in second gear. I'm going to have to be risk taking on everything. 4 tenths he leads. I'm not happy with that gap. Come on. Look at this. Oh, look at this. Oh, Valet. We're going to have to go for something. I'm going for it up the inside. I don't even care. Coming through, Marquez. Sorry about that, mate. We are through. Valentino Rossi. Now, I'm not going to have the pace to pull away from Mark. I mean, he's kind of got the advantage depending on tyre performance. I've put it into power mode 0. I'm saving fuel in case I need more power mode 2. But he's got a medium front tyre in, so it could come down to tyre choice. And no, power mode 1 is just ridiculous. That is ridiculous. I'm just going to have to leave it in power mode 1. Power mode 0 is rubbish. He was gaining down that straight. That was crazy. But my plan is sort of, you know, save a bit of fuel. I'm going to save power mode 2 for if he comes and attacks us. That's what I was thinking. If I go to power mode 0, then at least I can save some fuel up. But it's just too goddamn slow. It's so slow, and I'm not stressing my tyres over turn 13. Running it wide for that lap. Into the final corner. We should set fastest lap of the race, I think. Come on, Valet. 1:30.6. Absolutely solid lap time. Like I said, this is going to be the best you've seen me ride ever on this game. I need to be thinking about next career mode. Do I do a shorter little championship as someone like Jack Miller? Don't know. I'll put a poll on the channel. You guys can decide. But for now, we're going to focus on this. This could be a crazy, crazy race. So far, so good. Marquez. I don't know how he got that start. I really don't. I want to take a replay of the start because look at this. Look at the start he got. That Honda just came up the inside, flying. It's turn number 1, and he made it through. Oliveira's obviously there in P3. I mean, he's falling back. You can see that when we look behind us. Oliveira's sat in P3, but he's falling back. He's doing everything he can. But like I said at the start of the race, Rossi, Marquez have so much experience when it comes to performing well under pressure. You know, making the bike work when you need it to. Yeah, just that experience Oliveira is lacking, and when it comes to a tough old fight, I mean, Rossi, Marquez going up against them two, Oliveira sort of in his second season, it's a tough old task, but you know, you can see right here I was pushing like mad trying to keep up with Mark. But yeah, we're taking a replay of the first lap because that was pretty crazy. I mean, if you think now to the end of this lap, how far back I came into turn number 1, I was pushing like mad. I mean, you know, we were so much on the limit on this opening lap. We could have hit the deck, but you know, it's what it is. It comes down to this, doesn't it? How you perform under pressure. And look at this, into the final corner, Valentino Rossi on the brakes, pretty solid through that final corner, lifting the bike up. Just that M1 just looks like it's working around here. And then look at this, into turn number 1 on the brakes. I just had to commit. Look how far back we come from. Look at that, into turn number 1. Right on the back of him, sets it up nicely. I have to go for it into turn number 2. Look at that rear tyre kicking out there, and there we go. We take the lead over Marquez, and that's how we did it. Not that you guys weren't watching the start of this race, but there you go. So coming across the line to end lap number 3, Rossi 30.579. That was very close to our previous lap time, and we currently have a 1.2 second lead. I used a bit of power mode 2 on that lap just to, you know, help us along. A little bit wide there. I ran it deep into turn 2. It is a tricky circuit, this one. Very much like a go-kart circuit, isn't it? Lots of changes of direction. Lots of turning points to potentially miss. You know, braking zones to slightly get wrong. Lap after lap. It is relentless, and it's so difficult to get overtakes. So that's why I knew. I just had to hit Marquez early on. Upset his rhythm. If he was gone, then it would have been tough, but we seem to have really upset his rhythm now. 1.8 seconds back. I don't know why Marquez is dropping back the pace, but look, he's falling into the clutches of Oliveira. I don't know what's happened to him, because, you know, he was relentless at the start, and then we've got the overtake, and he just seems to have, you know, just seems to be, I don't know, just going slow. Don't know why he's doing this, but we've got 2 second lead, and to be honest, you know, I've let off the pace a little bit. Let's see what this lap time's like. The previous one was 30.5. I ran it deep into turn 14. We did that in quali, but I'd rather run it deep than, you know, risk folding the bike. But the front tyre's a little bit cold. 6 tenths off on that lap. Oh, and yeah, you can tell that final corner though cost us. That final corner really did cost us, but Oliveira closing down on Marc Marquez. If Oliveira can get ahead of Marc, then he might get P2 in the championship, and Marc will go back down to P3. Oh, we've got this lap and then 2 more to go. What's the gap? 1.8. Yeah, back on the racing line. We're pulling away a few tenths sector at the minute, so a bit anticlimactic, but that electric start. Look at that behind. That gap is huge. 30.1 on that lap time. I've gone for power mode 2 that whole lap. Got this lap and the next lap to go, chaps. So we've got a huge battle behind Oliveira versus Marquez on this final lap. Oh dear, look at that into turn 2. Really messed that up. Come on, don't get complacent now. So then, let's run on to the AstroTurf. 4.5 second lead we have. Just cruising the bike home, bring it around the final corner, running deep once again into my favourite corner. But we're going to blast for the straight, and it looks like Marquez will be able to hold on to P2 in the championship. We bring it home to take the win and what should be the World Championship. Come on. Come on. Yes, look at that. By 2 points, Marquez. Whew, we beat him. I was a bit worried then because I was getting ahead of myself. Like, yeah, we won, we beat Marquez. And I was thinking, wait, what's the gap between first and second in terms of points? But it is enough. And we take the championship. Look at that. Beautiful stuff. We take the team championship as well. And the constructors for Yamaha. Fantastic stuff. So then, that has been it for today's episode, and that wraps up this season of the modded career mode. I'll do a mini career mode after this, and that will tie us over nicely into MotoGP 21, where we'll start a brand new career mode and a brand new game. Looking forward to it, so if you are too, get subscribed to the channel. But for now, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one. So look at this, Valentino Rossi celebrating with the Petronas Yamaha team. That 10th title in the bag.